Do you ever have those pesky double breaking putts where you can tell by looking that it goes right and then it goes back left and you're frustrated and don't know exactly what to do? Well, in this video, I'm going to help you with that. We're going to walk through exactly what I do when reading and playing a double breaking putt, and it's not what most people think. So let's jump to it. So most people look at a double breaking putt and they go, oh, this goes right and this goes left. Let's just hit it straight and see what happens. I hear that advice all the time. Go straight at the hole and let it do what it does. And that's on a very rare occasion that works. But most of the time that gets you off because it doesn't break the same way early and late. The slope is not the same amount. You've got to have a better process than that. So let's walk through it. Here's what I do. First, if it's got a double break, you read it like two different putts. And I'm going to illustrate that for you here. I start at and it's important that you do it exactly this way and in this sequence and with this thought process. So you want to follow all the way to the end of the video, and this will be shorter than a lot of our videos on the channel. You start at the hole and you come from the hole back to the point where the last break is going to start. So the second half of the putt, if you will. And from there, you're looking at, all right, if I want the ball, I know it's going to go this way. If I want it to go in the hole, where in this area does it have to start? Where do I have to get it to? And you've got that down. Then from there, you look from that second break starting point back to the ball, and you ask yourself, now you're reading that first break. And what you're reading there is, where do I have to start this one to get it to here so that I know that it takes the second break and goes to the hole? So that's your process. You're reading it like two different putts. The last break first, and then the first break. Now, once you've got that in your mind, okay, I know I want to get it to there, you read it like you would read a normal putt, only you're reading two different ones. But there's a couple of changes you need to make, a couple of adjustments you need to make. Adjustment number one is the first half, the first break is going to be less. Why? Because the ball is going faster. Let me give you an example for that. On a putt that has only one break, the putt is going to break half in the first 2/3 and then the other half in the last third. So let's say, to make it simple, you've got a 9-foot putt with a double break, with a single break. And that 9-foot putt breaks 1 foot right to left. The first 6 feet, it's going to break 6 inches, and the last 3 feet, it's going to break 6 more inches. That's the way putts break. They break more when they're slowing down. So when you're reading this double breaker like two different putts, you're going to take some off of the first break because you're going to remember to hit the ball firm enough to get to the first break, to the second break, and to the hole. And so it's going to be, the first break is going to be less than normal, and the second break is going to be about like normal because the ball is slowing down and going to the hole. And the best way to do this is give you an example and just walk through me doing a couple of those, and then we'll wrap this video up. All right? So we're going to start with one here that's a tough double breaking putt, and it might be a little bit difficult to see because we're in the shade. That's okay. It's 112 degrees in Las Vegas today. Cameras and things overheat and shut down. This isn't as easy as I make it look on YouTube. All right, so this putt, if you'll come around here, I've got a long, difficult downhill putt. And if you look at it, pan the camera down that way, all the way at the end, it goes from left to right. But up here, I have this big hill that's pushing that way. So the putt is going to go that way and then back. Here's what I do and the process, just like I talked about. I come down here and I'm reading this putt. I'll walk all the way around the hole. in here is a significant slope from here to here. So I know to make this putt go in the hole, I've got to get the ball into here somewhere. Okay? Yeah, probably about in there. So how do I get the ball from there to here? Well, that's going to push it that way, but not this far. So I come over here and I'm thinking, all right, to get the ball to there, I need to start it about in here. So I'm actually going to start this putt a little bit right of the hole. It's going to go right to left and then back. Probably going to start it about the right edge. But before I do, I'm going to show you the mistake that a lot of people make. So we're going to hit this one a couple of 3 different ways. So a lot of people say, oh, just hit it straight at the hole and let's see what happens. Well, let's try that so you can see why that does not work. Now that broke out to the right, or to the left, and now back to the right. And you see that's a tolerable miss because I hit at the right speed, and speed is important. But I think I can get a little bit closer if I use the process that I just illustrated for you. So now I'm going to use the method that I described for reading the break. I'm going to hit it to my point A and then let it go from there, the break that it needs for the second half of the hole. And I'm remembering it's going to break less in the first break because it's going to be going faster. Now watch how much it breaks there at the end. That's a significant difference in how close you are to the hole. And by the way, speed is always critical on a putt this long. So when you have a double breaking putt, never, never, never just roll it straight at the hole and see what happens. Always read it like 2 separate putts. Start at the hole, come back and be at the point where you think, if I get the ball to here, gravity takes it to the hole. Then from there, look back to your ball and ask yourself, what do I have to do to get it to here? Then remember, the first part, the first break is going to be less than normal because it's rolling faster. And the second break is going to be about like normal because it's rolling your normal speed. Think about that point and the hole and hit the ball firm enough to get all the way to the hole. You'll find that you'll make a lot more. And if you like making more, then you ought to subscribe to this channel, give this video a thumbs up, and check out the video that you have the opportunity for right here. And until next time, here's to you making more putts.